Hello and warm welcome to all of you. Dear students, today I am here with the part 6 of Civic chapter number 5, Judiciary. In the previous lecture, we had discussed different branches of legal system in the form of criminal law and civil law. Even we discussed that everyone in our country can access the court every citizen of the country has right to justice through the court. If any citizen believe that his or her rights are violated, he or she can approach to the court. But in reality, access to courts has always been difficult for the poor people in our country, because they believe that legal procedure involve lot of money and paperwork, as well as it take lot of time. So for a poor person who cannot read and whose family depend on daily wage, the idea of going to court to get justice often seems remote. Means poor people, as we discussed, everyone in our country can approach to court for the protection of for their right. But for the poor people, it is difficult to access to the court because of lengthy procedure of the court, lot of money involved in this paperwork, and courts are taking lot of time. So in response to this, Supreme Court in early 1980s devised a mechanism of public interest litigation, or PIL. So for the solution of these poor people, Supreme Court of India has introduced mechanism of PIL, public interest litigation, in early 1980s to increase access to justice for all people in our country. Now, what is the procedure of PIL? It allows any individual or organization to file a PIL in High Court or the Supreme Court on behalf of those whose rights were being violated. As we discussed, for the poor people of the country, it is difficult to access the court for them. But under this PIL, it allows any individual or organization to file PIL on behalf of those people whose rights are being violated. On behalf of the poor people, any educated, any social worker or any organization can file PIL into High Court or Supreme Court if their rights are being violated. The legal process was greatly simplified, and even a letter or telegram addressed to the Supreme Court or the High Court could be treated as PIL. Now how can we file a PIL? It is a very simple matter. anyone who feel his or her rights are violated, or on behalf of those whose rights are violated, anyone can write telegram or letter to Supreme Court or High Court. Person whose rights are violated, or the person who is writing on behalf of the others, has to write only a letter or telegram to High Court or Supreme Court, and it considered as PIL. In early years, PIL was used to secure justice on a large number of issues such as rescuing bonded laborers from inhuman work conditions. In early years, PIL was used to rescue the laborers who are working in inhuman conditions. Even securing the release of prisoners in Bihar who had been kept in jail even after their punishment term was complete. PIL was used to rescue the prisoner in Bihar whose punishment term was already completed, but still they were in jail. So PIL, public interest litigation, new mechanism for justice, was introduced by Supreme Court in the early years of 1980, and it is used when people's rights are violated. Person himself or on behalf of the person, any individual or any organization can write PIL to High Court or Supreme Court for the protection of fundamental rights. So public interest litigation, this is very important topic of the chapter. All of you have idea about midday meal. Midday meal is a scheme of government to provide meal in government and government aided school to the students, poor background students. And this midday meal scheme was started by the government because of the PIL. Someone filed PIL, and because of it, government has introduced midday meal for the poor children in government and government aided school. Here on page number 61 of your textbook, some of the photographs were given. Even the description also given. At your free time, you have to see the photographs and you have to read the description. For the common person, access to court is access to justice. The court exercise crucial role in interpreting the fundamental rights of citizen, and as issue in the above case, the courts interpreted Article 21 of the Constitution on right to life to include right to food. As I told you, we have to go through the photographs and whatever description given. As per this, we can say that the court exercised a crucial role in interpreting the fundamental rights of the citizen, and midday meal is a scheme provided by government as per the Article 21 of the Constitution on right to life include right to food. However, there are also court judgments that believe work against the best interest of the common person. However, sometimes we can see that some of the court judgments that people believe work against the best interest of the common person. Now, I would like to give you the example. Suppose government want to construct the overbridge, or government want to construct a dam across the river. In such situation, at the construction site, earlier large number of people were living, but because of the construction of overbridge or dam, they lost their shelter. So it is the responsibility of government to provide them shelter. The construction of Sardar Dam over Narmada River, still those people who lost their land, they are demanding justice for themselves. So sometimes we can see that some of the court judgments are against the best interest of the people. Another drawback of the court system in our country is access to justice is the inordinately long number of years that courts take to hear a case. And that's why one phrase is used, justice delayed is justice denied. In our country, the court system is taking lengthy period to give the justice. And that's why the phrase justice delayed is justice denied is suitable for the court system of our country. Because more number of cases are pending in Supreme Court, High Court, even in the subordinate courts of our country. The process of justice is very lengthy. It requires lots of paper. So that's why we can say that the process of justice is very lengthy. And the most important reason of delaying justice is in our country the number of judges are very less in our country. In 2007, Chief Justice of India K.G. Balakrishnan noted that Indian judiciary consists of one Supreme Court with 26 judges, 21 High Court with sanctioned strength of 725 judges. But the number of judges are very less. Here data given in your textbook, you just see working strength of Supreme Court is 25 and 6 vacancies are there. In High Courts, working strength 687 and vacancies are 392, and the number of judges required for the district and subordinate courts are also more. So this way, because of less number of judges are there in our country, the cases are taking a very long time in solution. So that's why we can say that justice delay is justice denied. Now at the end of the chapter, I would like to give you the importance of judiciary. Judiciary played a crucial role in democratic country like India, because judiciary work as a check in the power of executive and legislature. Judiciary play crucial role in democratic country like India because it checks the power of executive and legislature. Even judiciary play very important role for the protection of fundamental right of the citizen in our country. So that's why the member of Constituent Assembly had quite correctly envisioned a system of court with an independent judiciary as key feature of our democracy. That's why the member of Constituent Assembly means the makers of constitution for our country. They have given a separate power to judiciary. So separate and independent judiciary is an important feature of democracy of our country. With this, I would like to conclude my today's lecture. Inshallah, we will meet again very soon. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Allah Hafiz.